It's me, mayohosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel. Okay, happy holidays everybody. It is I, mayohosko, and I have a bunch of holiday sets I want to build in the next 1 hour and 35 minutes. I see that we've already got some people who have come in over from the Clicking Cliff Monday Night Madness. Thank you, Cliff, for raiding into me. I'm glad we could organize that. So I already see a bunch of people in the chat over there. Let's get the music going. And as always, we got to turn the music down by 20% so that it doesn't become overbearing. And let's put the banner up and let's see who we have. So, of course, we have StreamYard, but we also have John Sipler, Witch Ukrainian, Bunny Bricks, Makro Bricks, Ark Maxton, and Tasman Bricks. Yeah, so we are here today to build some happy holiday sets, and I was not expecting to get this Santa Claus a poly bag from Toys R Us, but some of you guys might remember when I bought the 2022 cargo train set 60336. Hey Mum. I got this in that order, so I'm guessing Toys R Us online had an abundance of these, and they gave these away for people who spend over a certain amount of money. So I'm guessing I spent that certain amount of money. As always, we have a light goal of 20, and I am glad that everyone is coming into the chat, so we can all have a good time together. And I hope everyone has enjoyed their holiday period, no matter what celebrations you participate in. So, for now that Tasman Bricks is here, I just want to say hey Taz, and play the clip as we always do.
I did, however, I did fill the swear jar quicker than what Mrs. Taz did last night when I dropped a fart and woke her up. I filled that swear jar in seconds. It was full, overflowing full. I was not a happy Tassie.
Okay, so yes, it is very hot today. It's very hot today. So also, some surprise gifts on December 25th was some collectible minifigs. So I'll be opening these first up, and then yeah. So also got series 23, and no, sorry, these are series 22. My bad. And some of these Muppets. I really hope I have the Tasmanian Devil in here. Some people might know why. I'm hoping for that. So let's bring this down. I've sent out some invites to people in the live stream game. And Macro, if you're not busy right now, you have one. Taz, if you're not busy right now, I'll send you one. But it is for all the Australians today. It is very hot, isn't it? And also, Blitzing from New Zealand, who was in Cliff's chat, said it was very hot too. Yes, we, yeah, polar opposite temperature. So it looks like this is the acorn person. So this is the acorn person. The best part about this CMF for me is that you get an extra one of the printed red 2x2 dishes that have the details for a toadstool or something. I just really like those details. Actually, no. This person has this little thing that goes over its neck. It's a soft cloth that's the same as the style of tapes that you get in the Lego Batman movie style Batman. And we do have Mark backstage. Hey Mark.
How's it going? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Sucks to hear about that heat wave, but we just came off a cold snap last week, so I guess it's your guys' turn.
Well, I'm used to the heat, so it doesn't bother me all that much. And also, I condition myself throughout the year. I sleep with the fan on every night, so that when it does come to these really hot days, I don't swelter.
Man who plans ahead, I like that.
Yeah, so I wasn't planning on doing this live stream about a month ago, but then I decided to buy the reindeer a battle pack. I see we got Egg Contra, Quickspill Craze, come on, pop up, and Zissou. I'll leave Egg Contra's long message up, and we got the Chili Girl. Yeah, so there are a bunch of people in the chat who have an invitation via the live stream again, if they want to come on in. And particularly if you have any Happy Holiday sets, whether it's any of the Winter Village sets, whether it's any of the Santa Claus polybags, whether it's any whether it's any of the Series 23 collectible minifigs in particular, because that was really, in my opinion, the first official holiday themed collectible minifig series. If any of y'all have got that and you don't already have an invite, send me a DM and I'll be willing to get you on the call. This is going to be a very short live stream. It's only going to be an hour and 40 minutes because that's what my budget allows me. So how's your Mark?
Going good. I mean, I got to work a lot during this holidays, like from now till New Year's, but that's all right. And then, honestly, there's nothing too enticing January 1st, so instead of waiting in the line like I usually do at the mall, I'm just going to order it online from the comfort of my house.
And we got Big Nate Bricks. Hey, Big Nate.
Cheers, Big Nate.
Yeah, so, what does everyone in the chat think about the January 1 sets? Are you planning on buying anything? Are you going to wait for the gift with purchases? Because let's face it, only fools buy sets on day one. Smart people wait for the gift with purchase to come out.
Yeah, it depends on that. That's a good point. Depends when that Blacktron gift with purchase comes out. I might not even order anything January 1st if that Blacktron doesn't come out right away.
Yeah, because I was planning to get the new modular in the end of financial year sales in July, but now that they announced that Blacktron gift with purchase, of which I am a massive fan of the vintage space things, and the Blacktron came right after what fans call the classic space theme. So, and I have some of you guys might remember my live stream where I had built Blacktron 2 mocks. For both Blacktron and Blacktron 2 mocks, and I'm a sucker for nostalgia, so I might have to buy the modular early to qualify for that gift with purchase.
Exactly. It's the only reason why I'll go buy that.
I wonder if anyone else in the chat is thinking about doing something similar, or if they're gonna wait for other gift with purchases, or they're gonna wait for double VIP or whatever.
It's really just that modular and that Chinese New Year parade that I'm after.
I've got to try to build these things as quickly as possible because we are on a budget. Hey Ingrid, you have an invite. Kandra has an invite. Zisu has an invite. Who else?
I buy something to put the new.
Yeah, those people are in the live stream games. If anyone else in the chat has any holiday related sets, whether it's the Winter Village, whether it's 623 CMFs, hit me up, or whether it's the Reindeer Battle Pack, hit me up and I'll send you an invite. Let's get to double-digit views. Thanks everyone for being here.
Double-digit holiday viewers.
I know it's an unorthodox time for me to be going live.
Come on, but it's so hot in the house, 38 degrees. Nice, that's a good one. Go to the sports club for some air conditioning. Drink that beer slowly. Get your money's worth in air conditioning.
Yeah.
Or a walk through the mall.
I understand, Contra. It is extremely hot today. And we just hit double digits. Thank you, everyone.
So is it the hottest in Australia like this month, next month?
Normally, actually, February is the hottest.
Okay.
Because that's when we often get multiple 40 degree Celsius days, which is in the 110 degree Fahrenheit. So
really, you got to deal with December, January, February, March.
Early December, we actually normally get cold weather for some reason, like in the first 2 weeks.
And when does it start cooling down again, like April?
Yeah, the middle of April, just right up until just right before my birthday, after Easter. So these are the CMFs I got. Any of the Muppets experts? Hey Johnny G. Any of the Muppets experts? Please tell me what figures these are, because as I do not watch the Muppets, so I have no idea who these characters are. So please let me know who they are in the chat. I'd love to know. All I know is that this guy is in those Muppet skits where they're sitting in the box at the Ford's Theatre where a got shot. That's all I know about that character. And they always make fun of the president for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the backstory is there. I'm just not a Muppet expert. I'm not a Looney Tunes expert either. So don't ask me about that stuff.
Probably know more about Looney Tunes than I would say about the Muppets.
Yeah, but for those who don't know, this weekend I will not be doing my live streams at my normal time because we will be bringing in the new year on the mayohosko channel, which means I will be doing a New Year's Eve live stream, counting down to when it reaches midnight on January 1st, 2023 in my time zone. And then the following day, I'll be doing another 4-hour live stream when it reaches midnight of January 1st, 2023 in all of the North American time zones.
Busy fella.
Because I'll be I'll be going live probably 5 minutes before it reaches midnight in Eastern, and we'll be ending 5 minutes after it reaches midnight in the Pacific time. I know that you'll be doing your own New Year's. You'll be bringing in the New Year's on your channel, right?
Yeah, I'll probably stay up a little bit later for that one. But I'll still start at like the regular time I start at, I guess.
Let's see.
Or if I don't go all the way till midnight, then I'll just come hang out on your stream for the last hour or so.
Yeah, because I'm guessing you're only going to be bringing in the New Year for the Mountain Standard Time.
That'll probably make the most sense, I guess, eh?
Yeah. While I'm going to be bringing in the New Year for all of the North American time zones, because that's what I allowed in the 3 hour within my 20-hour budget.
Nice.
And that's why all of my episodes of Train Month were only 2.5 hours, not the regular 4. For those who don't know, my Train Month live streams were a little bit shorter than normal.
Just to fit them all in throughout the month.
Yeah. And I'm really happy of what I've been able to do in Train Month, because I was able to put together some passenger coaches that look like Amtrak coaches with Jacob floating. I was able to finally put together my rake of dark bluish grey 2-axle bogieless gondola trucks that look similar to the troublesome trucks from Thomas Tank Engine. I just really like that basis for a piece of rolling stock, and they look nice as a rake of rolling stock together. Did those modifications to the rolling stock from the aforementioned 2023 cargo train. That I converted the rolling stock from those weird colours to a dark bluish grey and a dark bluish grey and what was it? Yellow livery to look similar to one of the railway companies in Australia. I believe they are Cube Logistics, and Cube spelt with a Q. And when the Brickable Cow was on my panel for part 4 of Train Month, I specifically got him on the panel, and he's always invited back to my panel whenever he wants to come on, because I just enjoy talking to Cal. He's a fascinating person, in my opinion.
Cal's a good guy. Nice.
Yeah. I've got to add him to the live stream gang afterwards. After this live stream. What was I saying? When I got Cal on the panel, I built my cattle truck for my 4 cows. A good night, Bunny. Have a good night's sleep.
Take care, Bunny.
I know that a lot of people have got to go to work.
Good to hang with you tonight.
But thanks for stopping on by for the first 20 minutes of this live stream. So it's been a good month, and once we're finished bringing in the new year, then I've got to get ready for the 24-hour live stream. And in order to get ready for the 24-hour live stream, I've got to pay for StreamYard again. And I'll want to pay for StreamYard so I can get the unlimited hours.
That'll be a good month for you then.
Because of my 10-year anniversary, content building the Daily Bugle, building the Twins Main Street, all while talking about the new Twin sets with Adore build, Amberlaya builds. And I told Amberlaya feel free to send out invites. Feel free to tell the all-female lug that she's in that all of those people are invited if they want to. If they want to, because I want to do an all-female panel, as I've talked about before. I think it'll be fun. Also, because I haven't really gotten to voice my opinions one-on-one with Amberlier and Adorville about the friend sets for 2023, because as a shadow friends collector, I have some opinions that are very different from everyone else, and I voiced my opinions about those throughout specific live streams.
Okay, put that shadow friends collector.
And some of you guys already know my opinions about the 2023 friend sets if you were in the chat for some of those live streams. Not necessarily, or not just on my channel, but on other people's channels as well. Although I have the best memory in the Lego community, so I don't expect anyone to remember what I said a month ago.
Hey, it's on videotape. I can rewind it.
And I am excited for all of that, because it'll be a fun time. And for those who don't know, I've already scheduled the 3 parts for my 24-hour live stream. So if you go to my channel and you go to the section for live streams, you should be able to see when they are. So you can hit the notification bell to be reminded about when they come on. I believe it'll start at 8:30 a.m. on Friday morning Eastern. I believe it's 7:30 a.m. Friday morning Central, 6:30 a.m. Friday morning Mountain, and 5:30 a.m. Friday morning Pacific. I believe those are the start times, and it'll be obviously a 24-hour live stream. And Mark was on part 4 of Train Month to say that you'll be doing something, so that's why you got a head start on the St. Paul.
Yeah, I'm just about done bag 11, so I'll be saving the last 5 bags for your 24-hour stream, and I'll be building a Christmas set with you. Yeehaw.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And maybe you should have built the Christmas set right now.
I'm going to.
Oh, really? What set is it? Don't tell me it's the Reindeer Battle Pack.
No, not the Reindeer Battle Pack.
Is it one of the Winter Village sets?
It's the gift with purchase.
Oh, the elves.
Yeah, the little elf in Santa's Workshop. That's what it's called.
Yeah, because I got
But I could be that guy and go build a Halloween set.
There wasn't any Lego on Lego's website that I wanted when the Santa's Workshop was available, and I already have a Santa, so I didn't need another Santa, so I didn't buy anything to get that. But the only reason I even own the Elves gift with purchase is that it was available when I got the Sanctum Sanctorum for Black Friday. Something's not adding up here.
I don't think you're missing out, Mayo. This doesn't look like it's other than Santa and the elf. It doesn't look like it's really any kind of wow factor or anything. You know what? I'm gonna try.
Yeah, because unlike previous years, I wasn't all that impressed with the Christmas gift with purchases this year.
They had a couple good Christmas trees a while back, but not much lately. More. Nice. Ninjago City Gardens for February. Epic.
Yeah, and
Be
yeah, because for those who don't know, it'll be Ninjago month in February, and I've reached out to Titanium Jane and Deadwick's Customs and Captain Matt, and I still got to get in touch with T-Mod 217. Maybe I might see him. Well, actually, no. I think I was on one of the Saturday shenanigans where he was also on, and I asked about that.
Yeah, it would have been a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah, because all of those guys have way more knowledge about Ninjago than me, and some of you guys might know I recently bought all of Captain Matt's Ninjago collection. I paid $500 for it all, and within that was the Ninjago City Garden.
He's just getting out of Lego, or probably doesn't have much time with the family growing up.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time anymore.
Yeah. He's got to be teaching the little one the alphabet and how to throw the baseball around.
Yeah. Letters of the alphabet, A, B, C. Some people might not know, but that's a reference to an old SpongeBob commercial.
You watched much SpongeBob growing up, Mayo?
Oh yes, because we had Nickelodeon, so how could I not watch it?
I didn't watch SpongeBob. I watched a lot of Rugrats, though.
I was never much into Rugrats personally. I think I built this wrong. Because I have a spare 2x3 plate.
Yeah, that's
I'm not sure. I think I built this wrong, but I'm trying to find it in the instructions where. No, that's right. No, I can't find where I would have built it wrong.
What step do you need that plate on? Look at each step, and then whichever one you need the plate on.
You're not quite sure, but I am just going to move on. Because I don't have a lot of time. So I like that they actually put a sack for Santa at his rear end. Now I do have something for vampire related that may or may not be on now. So let me load that up. And I'm going to be building the elves. The elves purchase first. And
See that
I'll
one?
be building
Always gets more.
Slave Ranger Battle Pack, and we've got 1 hour and 10 minutes to do so. I'm gonna go get my standing time, and while I'm getting my standing time, feel free to plug anything about your plans for the rest of the year.
My plans? Well, hopefully just hanging out with more great YouTubers. Hopefully Ruth over at Adore Builds feeling a little bit better. Right on that 1,000 subscriber milestone cusp, so be looking to hang out over there and see what she's up to these coming weekends here.
Yeah.
Ben's Brick Designs. I'm looking forward to some of that this weekend.
Adore Build is not that far away.
No, I've been really grooving on Ben Brick Design, his channel there. Ben's Brick Designs.
Yeah, he's been building the Winter Village main street.
Yeah, he's got a couple of those going on now. It's pretty cool. That's my plans for the next little bit. Hang out with more YouTubers and get some of my projects that are behind done.
Yeah, all those nice plans. And I'm almost ready to send in my application for my master's degree. The reason I'm applying for my master's, not my honours, is because I don't think I'll get the GPA I need, because what my university does is you can request an unofficial transcript that has the grade point average with your grades. And I requested one, and I think I've just fallen short. So knowing all of that, I'm just going to take the grade point average I have, accept my graduation from my university, and then go do my master's degree at another university.
Gotcha.
Which means that since I am applying for semester 2 and there were spots available in semester 2, that means I'll have the first, if my application is successful, I'll have all of the first half of the year for myself. So I want to get a head start. Well, I want to start getting my driver's. I want to start the process of getting my driver's license. I'll have more time to go back to work on a full-time basis, which means more money to put in my savings, and more money for Lego.
Hey, it sounds like a win-win. You still get your master's done.
Yeah, because I thought my master's degree would have been 2 semesters back to back, but it's 2 semesters spread over 2 years.
Could you do it 2 semesters back to back, or is it just not how the schedule works?
I think universities like to spread it out like that because because the teachers and the professors only teach that class for 1 semester per year, and they teach other classes in the other semester.
Okay.
That's how it is at most universities around the world.
Contra's taken off? Sorry, Contra, just seen that now. I had my head down. Cheers, Contra.
Yeah, so once I know if I'll be accepted or denied, then I can start planning for Chicago.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man.
Because
Yeah,
I know I want to stay in the hotel within the convention center, and I know that I want to book my flights. I want to book my flights within the first week. Well, I want to be out of this country at the end of the first week of June, so that I can spend the whole of the second week in Chicago.
I think that'd be worth your flight, especially if you got to do some kind of 24-hour flight. You might as well fly there for a decent vacation and not just like a 2-day trip that you're going to be tired on when you get back.
Yeah, because there's so many other things in Chicago that I want to do besides the convention. Because I want to take the photo outside of Soldier Field. I want to take a walk on the boardwalk of Lake Michigan and take off that taking off that wind of the Windy City. I want to go to a mainland Walmart. I want to go to a mainland Target. I want to try some of the Oreo flavors that I didn't get to try in Hawaii, because I tried the butterscotch and peppermint Oreos in Hawaii. They were really nice. But I know there's about 50 other flavors. I want to see if the quality of McDonald's and Burger King and KFC is better on the mainland. I'm still not expecting it to be as good as Australia, because of the difference in quality.
Funny.
Because I'm sorry, but American fast food tastes better outside of America.
Ain't that interesting, eh? They go for quantity, not quality down there, I guess.
Also, they go for a cheaper price, and they go for corn syrup, not cane sugar, in a lot of their products. Because if you've ever looked at the packaging for Coca-Cola or PepsiCo beverages in particular, and you compare it with the Mexican versions of the same products. The reason why the Mexican versions taste better is because they use cane sugar, while the American versions use corn syrup. And the reason why Coca-Cola tastes better than Pepsi is because they use caramel coloring, of which Pepsi doesn't. That's why it's a little bit more of a syrupy taste of Coca-Cola.
You know what Clicking Cliff would say? Facts are facts.
Yeah, because if any of you guys will remember, when Cliff was doing his 24-hour live stream divided into 6. So we decided into 4 6-hour live streams. I was talking about this stuff over there, and also I want to try one of the square burgers from Wendy's, and I want to try some nachos from Taco Bell, so I can try. Well, I want to get a combo meal at Taco Bell, so I can try Baja Blast Mountain Dew, because they are exclusive to that's exclusive to Taco Bell. It didn't used to be that way, but after the decision in 2017, that's what they started doing. And there's only limited times on various summers where they'll bring it, or they'll make it a non-Taco Bell exclusive.
Sounds like you better put on your walking shoes. You could be covering some distance there.
Yeah, and I want to put on my walking shoes so I can lose all of that weight afterwards.
Hey, good idea.
Because I didn't get to try everything I wanted to in Hawaii 6 years ago. And also, it'd be cool to take an Uber to one of the bridges that goes over the rail yard in Chicago. That'd be cool. Because Chicago has some of the busiest railway yards in the Americas.
You sure you want to be taking a sightseeing tour through a Chicago railway yard now?
Yes, I do, because I want to do some train spotting, because not only because you get actually I believe you get all 4 of the big railways, plus some Canadian I also believe you get a Canadian national trains that come through Chicago.
You should probably go to the store and get some pepper spray. I'm just saying, I don't think there's a whole lot of tourists that want to go to Chicago for a walk through the train yard.
No, I just want to
Drive over them.
I just want to stand on top of a bridge and take some videos for like half an hour. That's literally all I want to do. Because I don't have, because obviously I've never taken footage of any of the American railways, and I want to put that footage on my mayohosko TWR and TTT channel.
Nice.
Because I have a lot of respect for the American railroads of how much of an impact they have on the economy, and they have some of the best looking trains in the world, particularly with their diesel locomotives.
Oh yeah, for their freight trains, definitely not their passenger trains.
No, because everyone knows that Canada has much nicer looking passenger trains because of excursions like the Rocky Mountaineer that go through the Canadian Rockies.
Oh yeah, I think there's another one like that you can take across the whole country. Can't remember exactly.
Yeah, because when my auntie went to Canada to see some of her Canadian friends in Quebec and Ontario, she rode the Rocky Mountaineer across the whole country.
Okay, so that's the one that goes across Canada. There you go.
Yeah.
Not just through the Rockies, across the whole country.
So that's why I know that Canadian passenger trains are much better than American passenger trains.
I did my 2 years arts degree, 1 year product placement. It was back 3 years straight. Okay. Won't let you go. 1 hour away. Ingrid, sounds like you're going to have to sneak out.
Yeah, I thought Ingrid was going to go watch a movie with Sal.
You're going to go get some coffee and then get lost for a couple hours. And the only way you could reorient yourself is to swing by the Lego factory as a point of reference.
Yeah, so I'm sorry that I'm not building anything right now. I'm just busy with Forge of Empires. But it's good to have these conversations.
You're short on time and you're going to be playing Forge of Empires, right?
So I wasn't expecting to be doing so. But there's only, I'll probably be another 5 minutes. We got slightly under an hour to go. And then we'll be heading on out of here. Because afterwards, I'll be doing some more time-lapse builds of that set that I posted some work in progress behind the scenes images of on Patreon.
Nice.
Because I in the premiere of the Christmas episode of Good Morning Brickwell over the weekend, I promised that to Gabe the Liar.
So no. That sucks.
Yeah, and so now that the holiday period is drawing to an end, people will be going back to work, and life will go back to normal soon.
Yeah, I already had to go back to work. I gotta go back tomorrow morning early. I went in today for, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah. And then once both of us know our schedule for January, then we'll bring the conversations about the podcast back on the table. But we still need to work out our schedules before we start talking about that again.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. I know I'm pretty busy till at least the middle of January, but after that, I'm more viable.
Yeah, I'll probably also be busy until the middle of January because my dad will be going back to work because we're building a house right now, and so he's been there with contractors for the past month. So he'll be going back to work in January, and he said that there might be positions available at his work for me to go back to work. And since I'm not doing anything right now, I'd like to go back full time, and they're more likely to rehire me if I'm willing to work full time.
Nice. That sounds like a good opportunity.
And so, whenever you go back to work, it always takes a fortnight to get readjusted to the routine of working 9 to 5 and waking up before you go to work 9 to 5, and then going to sleep before you wake up again to work 9 to 5.
Yeah, true enough. You got to get the routine.
So you always need an adjustment period to get back into the routine of waking up, going, getting in, leaving, coming home, having a relaxation, then going back to bed, wake, build, sleep, repeat. That was in some of Wixar's videos.
The adulthood.
So, yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Makro. Won't be able to won't be able to make any more progress with the podcast until the middle of next month. But we're going to do it on our own terms. We don't make promises to know nobody.
Yeah, not until we know exactly. When we know, then we can make promises.
Because we roll with the punches and we do things on our own terms, because that's how we roll.
That's how we roll. Nice. Convince him to let you go. Nice. Yeah. Hey, what if it's a once in a lifetime opportunity? You might not get another chance to go. Right on, and good to hear.
Yeah, I don't want to pass up. I don't want to pass up an opportunity to see you guys in Chicago.
Yeah, especially if life just is a little bit of a workaround to make that happen, and you got the cash for it. That'd be super cool, man. That sounds exciting. And
something I'm gonna arrange to do is before I go live on Saturday night for bringing in the new year, which will be Sunday morning for everyone in North America. Which will be a Saturday morning for everyone in North America. I'll be going to the post office because the post office will open up they open back up on Wednesday, because yesterday was Boxing Day, which is a public holiday, and today is Proclamation Day, because Proclamation Day in the state of South Australia is when my state officially became a state on the 27th of December 1836.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So for us, the 27th is also a public holiday, which is why the post offices don't open back up until tomorrow.
Oh wow!
It's only Proclamation Day is only a state holiday, not a national holiday. So the post offices in the other Australian states are probably open as we speak. So I'll be sure to get out that mayohosko sig vig and that cannon that I want to contribute to your Castle Pirates mob over the.
I appreciate it.
So if you could send me your address sometime before Saturday, I'll be able to put that label on so that the post office gets it to you quick.
Hey, that I can get that to you.
Because for those who don't know, I've been trying to search for a white box for a little while now, specifically to wrap the minifigure up tightly. and I discovered that I still had one of the white pieces of packaging that the Lego string comes in, or the Lego superhero paints come in. So I'm going to put the minifigure in there, and then all I have to do is find a small white box to put the cannon in, and then I'll have everything ready to go, send off to Canada. I apologize, it's taken me this long because I've been busy with university and busy with other different Lego projects that I've honestly neglected to do so. And the reason why I've been meaning to send the package, for those who don't know, is because Makro Bricks is one of my Patreon pledges, and he has been pledging for more than enough months to qualify for a 60. And probably before my birthday, I'm going to have to send us, if Amberlaya Bill sticks around that long, I'll probably have to inquire about sending her a 60 as well.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And
She'd like that, I'm sure.
I know that she is a Star Wars collector, and she's a big Star Wars fan. So I might, for a piece of fan mail, I also might have to throw in a little something in a package to go her way. Because whenever I'm sending fan mail like that, there's normally a purpose involved, and I always like to throw in a little something for their comments, something extra.
Yeah, those are like little goodie bag, exactly.
And I like to make it appropriate for their YouTube channels, which is why Mark deserves a cannon, and why Wixloth deserved my Fabuland pieces, because I don't have a use for my Fabuland pieces, and I know that my Fabuland pieces are better fit in Sloth's collection than mine.
Gotcha.
Okay, now I have done everything on Forge of Empires, so let's get building. I'm going to mute myself while I open these back.
Sounds like a plan. A little light crinkling is always appreciated. A little heavy crinkling is a little hard on the ears. I can't say much. I'm a crinkler myself, so I crinkle like the best of them. Or with the best of them. How does that go? No doubt that is a nice holiday bonus day off for the rest of us. Oh, that's actually good. Are you going back? Does the Discovery Center have a stamp?
And although I don't celebrate Christmas, because I just prefer to use that time to spend time with my family while they are celebrating Christmas. Santa did bring me some things, because it was Santa who gifted me those collectible minifigs. It was Santa who gifted me some chocolates, and it was also Santa who gifted me some Mountain Dew, because I asked Santa to do so.
For some Mountain Dew's nice.
And I'll be cracking that Mountain Dew open next week for week 16 of the NFL regular season. And I'll be and I'll expect to consume about 3 cans of Mountain Dew, or maybe 2 cans of Mountain Dew, depending on how tired I am.
Whoa.
When I'm doing my 24-hour live stream. It'll all depend on how tired I am. I want to get plenty of rest beforehand so that I don't feel the urge to consume a sickly amount of caffeine. I want to do everything possible to not consume a sickly amount of caffeine.
That's always a shock to the system, exactly.
But people might remember when you attempted to do a 50-hour live stream.
That's hard work.
And I could never do that.
That took a lot of effort.
Wasn't that when you reached 1,000 subscribers and you built the NASA space sets?
Yeah, the little NASA space line there. That was fun, bang out all those sets. I really enjoyed that.
And now you've got all of them on a shelf above the table where you do all of your live streams, don't you?
Yeah, so right behind me, usually, here, I'll change my camera. Right behind me, I got my glass shelves. I got these shelves, glass shelves. You can see one of them kind of in the corner there. Which way am I going? There we go. So you can see the Discovery, just in front of the Discovery. I've got the Lunar Lander, and then Saturn V, and then you can't see it, International Space Station. Is that ever weird? I guess it works. Anyways.
Yeah, so obviously, given how unorthodox this live stream is, I'm not expecting to yield as much views. So if we can get at least 10 likes, then that'll be good. And it was nice to see some people that stopped on by a little earlier.
Yeah, it was a little busy in here. It's nice. Oh, I got the like one done. Mine says you're at 10. I went to go hit the like. I guess I already did it, but it says you're at 10.
Oh, good. That means we accomplished that goal.
Boom. Home run. I'm gonna have to sneak out a bit. Come on, I said that. It's like a little piglet, but it's a good one. It's a good piglet, so it's not that bad.
And if we don't finish everything for this live stream, then I'll spread it over to my New Year's Eve live stream. Because I do want to build one more thing. I do want to build one more thing for Train Month. I want to build a gun powder truck. I'm not sure if it's a goods van or a tanker, but I was talking about this on part 4 of Train Month. It's on the Skarloey Railway in Thomas the Tank Engine, there is a gun powder wagon, because there was a lot of military industries that the Reverend W. Audrey wrote to be near the Skarloey Railway, because for those who don't know, the Railway series was written. Just got Amanda. Hang on. If anyone remembers Amanda Polinsky, she just resubscribed to my channel. Okay. I haven't talked to Amanda in like 11 months now. Holy crap.
Yeah, me either. Sometimes
she-
I wonder if I said something wrong.
Because we used to talk a lot back in the day. Like, a year ago, and she said that she was getting a new job, and I guess that took up all of her time, much like other people that were other people in the Lego community who kind of left the community once they got their jobs back. Amanda was one of those people.
Once the COVID rules were released.
We subscribed, and I'm not surprised that YouTube unsubscribed her, because when you're not active on YouTube, when you're not actively watching people on YouTube, they'll do that. They'll unsubscribe you because it's for the benefit of the algorithm. It makes your YouTube channel look better on the algorithm when YouTube clears away all the empty calorie subscribers. And speaking of empty calorie subscribers, I'm not sure if they'll stay empty calorie, but last time I checked, I was at 489 subscribers, and my Happy Holidays short got over 2,000 views. So that'll be music to your ears, Matt.
Yeah, I'm glad those are working out for you. You're a little resistant there for a bit. I was concerned for you.
Yeah, because I was resistant, and I said that I was going to quit YouTube Shorts. So I guess I can take that as a clickbait video. So, cha-ching!
Well, they are kind of empty calorie for the most part, but you never know. Like one or two, like that's how Cliff met the cow, right? You know, you get a couple people here and there that you actually start talking to. It's just like I don't know what you'd call it in roadworks, but it's just a way to funnel traffic so that more people can see you and your name and what you're about. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna lie. There's two things that go on with that. I learned how to get more views on my shorts after I watched a certain episode of Callie Quick-Click, of which I have now watched every single episode. I have now watched all 104 episodes of the Callie Quick-Click. I have watched all 387 episodes of Hauling and Bowling. If you guys are in the mood to listen to some Lego podcasts, whenever there's no one doing a live stream, and you're needing to listen to something in the background that's not a live stream, and there's nothing on TV while you're building Lego, definitely go back and binge watch the Hauling and Bowling and Callie podcast. I agree.
I've been watching the A-Full podcast with Wizard and Mardi Gras Man 23 on the Foot Trains channel ever since it came out. So I always take that for granted, but definitely go. But that if you like vintage Lego as much as me, you're definitely going to enjoy their podcast. And now that I've binge watched all of the Callie Quick-Click and all of Hauling and Bowling, and by the way, when I finished watching episode 103 and said that I've watched every single episode, Shy Time is My Time replied to my comment and called me a goat. So that meant a lot to me, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who's ever publicly announced they've watched every episode of the Callie Quick-Click.
That's awesome.
So, and I told, sorry I have not been reading the chat. When I'm finished building this set, I'll go back and read a bunch of the comments. I do apologize. It's just that I am on the clock right now, and because I'm trying to build as fast as possible, all while keeping engaging conversations going on in the chat. So now that I've watched all of that stuff, I told I told the Whitbods that after I do all of that, I'll start binge watching all of the podcast. So now I've got to add, or hopefully, Callie and Ian have a playlist on the Whitbods channel with every episode of the podcast, so I can just add that to a saved. I can just add that to my saved playlists and save that to my library, so that I don't have to manually scroll to watch all of their episodes. That's what I'm hoping I'll be able to do. Because if you have a video series you do on your channel, whatever you do, please put them into a podcast so people can binge watch them. Please do that. It really helps if you put your video series into playlists, because it makes it easier for the viewer to watch them all, and you get more views that way. I know some people don't have any playlists on their channel and they're a regular content creator, so I just got to put up the facepalm emoji because I'm like, why? You're doing it all wrong. And I'm missing a piece. I can't find something. Oh, that's supposed to be age width. That's why.
Sometimes a moment. All good now, though. All
yeah.
good.
Also, in some good news, I think my PR pressure has finally got to Richard, because of Richard said in the chat of Clips Monday Night Madness that he'll have his Instagram account finished tomorrow. So no pressure. Ingrid saying getting ready for bed. Yeah, thanks for hanging around for the last hour, Ingrid. I know that you're
hanging out, Ingrid. Good to see you. Happy holidays. Hey, speaking of peer pressure, got a peer pressure solid to let you go back and get your snap there. Sometimes it's easier to conform to the brick than resist the brick.
Yeah. Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. It's all good, man.
Yeah. Speaking of Saul Goodman, I know that you've done some updates in your city lately. That'll definitely be warranted of doing a city update eventually, because you've been clearing out the train yard to put some of the superhero sets. And most people, when they want to put new sets in their city, the first thing to go is the train yard, because it's really not all that necessary. unless you're gun-ho about Lego trains, and you have more trains than any piece of, than any amount of railway lines that you've got. The only reason I have a train yard at all is because I have the space for it, and it's difficult to get into the back corner. So I relegated excuse me. I relegated my train yard to the back corner with the intent of not reaching it all that much.
Yeah, the only reason I really did a train yard was for the Maris.
Yeah, which is why I have a train yard. But normally people have their train yard front and center, and so that's why it's easy. It makes sense for them to sacrifice it eventually. Because I remember when Brixie moved his train yard from on top of his table to under his table, because they just take up a lot of space, and more often than not, the space can be better used for other things. And Taz is back. We played at Taz's.
Cheers, Taz. We kept your seat warm for you, buddy.
We played Taz's little stinger at the start of early on in the live stream, so we don't need to do that again. But Taz, if you're not busy, you want to come on for the next half hour, just let me know. And whatever you do, everyone, make sure, I'll be happy to send you one that way, Taz. Hope you enjoy a good Christmas period with your family because you celebrate Christmas. And it was really funny seeing the Santa cam on your Twitch live stream. That was funny. Seeing the Santa cam, and because for those who aren't following Taz on Twitch, he had a Santa cam up against a Christmas tree or something, and it was night and the lights were sparkling, and he had some stock footage
I swore I seen a shadow
as well.
when we were watching that Santa cam.
So for more of that goodness, definitely go follow Taz on Twitch. And we all can't wait for a fantastic year of the Stud and the Dud over on the Stud and the Dud Twitch, because I know that some people have kind of what's the word? What's the word? They what's the word? Come to me. And they've been. I'll just flat out say it. They've been saying things behind people's back and spreading a defamation around, because Taz is not going away. He's become a Twitch affiliate, and people and people that know anything about Twitch affiliates know that when you become a Twitch affiliate, you can't go live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And Taz, and if you actually watch Taz's live content, you'll remember when he said that he's still going to go live on both platforms, and he's Taz himself.
Oh, defamation of character, calling the lawyers.
G'day.
Hey, Taz.
How you going?
Yeah, I
I never thought you were leaving. I just thought you're changing platforms to Twatter there.
Yeah,
Twatter.
Yeah, I just felt the need. I just felt the need to say that because I know it's been on your mind, and it's been on my mind because it's been on your mind, hashtag, because we're mates. And I just hope people don't get the wrong message.
Oh, I missed the last bit of that. Sorry, I was just trying to log.
Yeah, because I was saying that people have gotten the wrong impression. You're not quitting YouTube. You're just doing more live content on Twitch because it's more interactive on Twitch.
At the moment, I'm sort of pushing my streams over there. Just it's more practice for doing all the command stuff, because I've got to wrap my head around that. It is a learning curve even for me. Like I'm not struggling. It's a learning curve, and there's a lot that goes in the background, especially if you want to do custom stuff. So just like anything really, like even custom Lego builds and stuff, it's always an investment of time. So I'm sort of using my channel as a bit of a guinea pig, a bit of a testing guinea pig at the moment, just to that way then when we starting that next year, we've already got a lot of that sort of learning curve already done, and hopefully any bugs will be ironed out and kinks will be sorted out on that. So I'm sort of using my channel as a bit of a test for that. So that's why I'm sort of, but I still have done a couple of dedicated just YouTube streams, but I'm trying to do a few more Twitch streams and that as well. But and look, like I've said before, the platform's not for everybody. There are good and bad on both, but if you can try, if it's something that you want to do and you want to try the other platform, give it a crack. If not, there's nothing wrong with the YouTube platform as a whole. we're just trying a few different, more interactive experiences that we want to try with Stud and the Dud. So we're going to see how we go over on Twitch. So again, to each their own, really, at the end of the day. I don't hold grudges against people who stream on Twitch. I don't hold grudges against people that stream on YouTube. I'm not going to lose friendships over the fact that, but if people want to write me off, go for it. I mean, I've had worse in my lifetime, and I honestly could not. I've run out of, what's to give at the moment. That word that rhymes with truck. I've run out of them to give at the moment, so I'm happy. If people want to write me off, go for it.
There's no need to hesitate. We can this is a mayohosko live stream. We can say fuck whenever we want to.
Oh no, and it's all good. I mean, I enjoy the company regardless. I love, if I can make people laugh, especially at my own expense, I'll do it. When I've woken up Mrs. Taz from farting, people find that stuff funny. It's like, Mrs. Taz didn't find it funny. But
it's also a little bit level of inside life and honesty and stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of comedians do that.
TV.
Yeah. If you can, I always find, if I can try to make people laugh and be a little bit more relatable, then that's what I get out of streaming. That's what that for me is my enjoyment side of it, is making people laugh and just saying that it's okay to laugh at yourself, because that can be a big part of getting through some very tough life situations, and especially mental health. If you're able to take a bit of a lighter side of yourself and laugh at your own mistakes every now and then, if it helps you get through it, then it helps.
Exactly. Don't got to be so serious all the time.
No.
And I'm gonna come to your defense about two things. It's okay to do. I don't know where people get the impression that it's not okay, but it's okay to do content, to do video content on multiple platforms. And everyone that likes people off just because they are navigating over to Twitch, that's their own problem, not the person who's moving on over to Twitch.
Yeah, and I mean, I still want to be able to do stuff here as well, and that's what I'm sort of, that's why I did the Christmas Eve stream. I did that over here, and then did the other one on the other platform. So, there's a bit of a balance there, and we'll see what happens. But again, it's getting to meet some newer people in the community, or people that, especially within the Lego community, there's some great builders, regardless of what platform you're on. And if you get a chance to meet them, or hang out with them on a stream, or just in the chat, I think there's some benefit there too. So, it's just for me, it's giving something a try. It's like motorbike riding. If the first time I got on a bike, I put the damn thing near the little barbed wire fence. It didn't stop me from getting back on the damn thing. Yeah, I was a bit sore, but I was riding on a little Kiwi 50 when I was a kid, and I remember going through a little barbed wire fence because I didn't listen to, Dad yelling at me, "Put the brakes on!" Because I was a bloody kid, and I thought, "Oh, this is fun." Got back on the bike again, and didn't go through another fence. So, you just give it a try and see what happens. It's part of, I suppose, how we are as we learn. I learn from my mistakes. Although I have farted twice and woke Mrs. Taz up both occasions. So to say that I've fully learned from that, well, yet to be seen. But in other stuff I've done, I'm going to try to be a bit more, less forgetful than what I've been lately.
Well, sometimes it's involuntary, though, Taz. I mean, if you're guilty, you put solid push behind it, you're guilty. But sometimes it just happens. You bend over a way, and whoops.
Yep. Your body gets nice and relaxed. The next minute, bang, there it goes, and it's like, well, wasn't planning on that, but
I feel like you reared up on one cheek and gave a good.
Exactly. Exactly, 100%.
And nobody ever stops learning, because
that's true.
we all make mistakes, and we pick ourselves up, and we learn from them. We make the necessary adjustments, and we go on with our lives. And sometimes it's about not overstepping our boundaries, and sometimes it's about deciding not to go not to spend money with cheap airlines ever again.
Exactly. 100%. And that's where, unfortunately, with my flight experience, it was a situation beyond my control. There wasn't really anything I could learn from that, because again, situations with the airlines at the last minute doing their change and either overbooking or whatever it was that that happens. It's not always in your control, some of those situations, and you just got to try and make the best of it. But next time round, I'll plan my trip a little bit better, where I might be able to use a different mode of transport. Whereas this time, it was a time factor, and because of the distance from where I live to where I needed to be, flying was the quickest way to get there, and it was more being a time-sensitive thing. So when a funeral, and if you're not given if you're not given a lot of time to plan it and get ready for it, flying in this particular case was the thing at that as well. So and it just happens that unfortunately, just made the whole trip much worse.
Yeah, and so not to do a 180 or anything, but I think I think this is because of our 4-6 hour live stream to make up this 24-hour live stream. I think it's because of that. I got recommended a video about the film set for the Titanic movie, and there was some kind of clickbait thumbnail of the boat is sinking, and so that just really got my attention. So I put that in my watch later list. Because I'm not sure if you've already seen it, Taz, but it's I think it's a 13-minute, 21-second video about how the movie set for the outdoor scene of the Titanic.
Yeah.
Not sure if you recall watching that before.
Oh, there's a heap of documentaries and stuff, and even there's bits on YouTube about it. I've seen a couple of different ones where they were doing the sort of look like a little bit behind the scenes when they were doing some of the exterior shoots and that for the movie back in '96, and it was interesting. I just like the fact that they really did try to be as accurate as what they could, knowing what they knew back then. And of course, I think I've watched, there was one on Disney Plus, I think it's called Titanic 20 Years Later. So James Cameron's gone back, he's apparently done nearly 30 dives or something down to the Titanic. And he knows a lot more about it now from obviously when he did the movie, but even back then, you look at some of the detail on that they went to, but it was interesting in that documentary. He made reference to the fact that he felt he wasn't exactly respectful to the families. There was a few like Murdoch's family, so that's William Murdoch, and so he felt. And of course, when they went back after the ship sank and there was the bodies in the water, and because they were looking for survivors, he felt that he might not have been very respectful to the actual, the families of people that died and all that sort of stuff. So
looking at it as a gravesite.
Yeah, and he also, in this particular documentary, one that's on Disney Plus, he caught up with family members of Molly Brown, or the unsinkable Molly Brown, and also John Jacob Astor's, I think it was his, was it great, was he the great granddaughter or something like that? And there was another one that James Cameron, interviewed and talked to during this in this documentary, and I thought that was really nice, the way that he wanted to meet with them and just sort of share his appreciation for the, you know, for who their family members were and the significance of it. So it was cool. I actually really enjoyed the documentary. So yeah, it was interesting. I like the filming techniques that they did, and the efforts that they went to for that movie alone. But it was one of the highest grossing films in history. It's not the highest, I don't think, anymore, but I know it's somewhere up there in that ridiculous amount of money that it made. And that's cool, though.
That's a name we haven't seen in a while. Coconut Brick Studios. Hello, Coconut. Hope you had a happy holidays. I saw that you uploaded a part 27 of your Coruscant mock yesterday, and as soon as I saw that, as soon as I got the notification, I added it to my watch. So I'll probably watch it after this live stream, along with a bunch of other people's videos. Because if anyone is a Star Wars fan and they're not subscribed to Coconut Brick Studios, you must be living under a rock. And since we're on the topic of Star Wars, while I'm doing my 10-year YouTube anniversary celebrations in January, I am going to in one of those live streams. I am going to get started on my mock of the 2013 Ewok Village set, so I can start getting a sense of what I want to do, what kind of pieces I'll need to build that Ewok village, so I can have something done, so that I can have something complete before May the 4th be with you 2023.
Nice.
Because sorry, you go, Taz.
No, I was just going to say, I just saw Richard's comment in the chat about a movie, an old movie now, but a fun one called Flight of the Navigator. It's one of my favourite movies. Yeah, it's a cool movie, Richard. It was good.
Explorers sounds familiar for some reason.
Yeah, Explorers. There you go.
Yeah, so the reason why I want to try and make a mock together, the reason I want to mock together the 2013 Ewok Village is because I think that it looks really good as a tree fortress for the Forestmen. Because you guys remember when I did that live stream of me building the two Forestmen's gift with purchase sets, and I always had the intent of expanding upon that. And then I decided, you know what? I love the Star Wars Ewok Village so much, the set itself, that it's a tree. I don't have a Star Wars mock, but I do have Forestmen. Wouldn't it be cool to combine the two together to make something awesome? And so now that's my plans. Instead of having an Ewok village with Ewoks, have a tree fortress that resembles the Ewok village for that I can say is a Star Wars mock.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. I was thinking about doing just the tree house and turning that into a Forestman hideout.
that'd be cool.
Fun times. How much longer are you streaming for, Mayo?
We'll be live streaming for about 10 more minutes.
Oh, you're right up.
I was going to start opening the bags, at the bag too, but I'm going to put that on hold. I'm going to put that on hold, and I'm going to come back on Saturday night for everyone in Australia, Saturday morning for everyone in North America. When I bring in the new year on the mayohosko channel, because I'll be doing a 4-hour live stream, finishing the rest of this Hell's Gift with purchase.
What time are you doing your stream, Mayo?
It'll be a 4-hour live stream. I'll probably do it starting at either 9:30 p.m. or 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, so that anyone that's there can then do a raid into Brooks Twitch stream.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
And because I wasn't expecting to do as much stuff off camera this live stream, so we've got so I didn't get everything I wanted to get done, but that means more content for bringing in the new year. So because I unexpectedly got the Santa Claus polybag and the 4 CMFs that Santa gave me on Christmas Day. So if anyone has any plugs before we end the live stream, feel free to do so while I scroll up to the chat.
Yeah, well, Mayo, thanks for the invite, mate. You can still find me here on YouTube, Instagram, and also Twitch as well.
Do you have any plugs, Mark? I think Mark's not here right now.
Yeah, sorry, as Pete paraded it up.
Yeah, sorry. Do you have any plugs before we get on out of here?
Yeah, my plug is I got a couple videos coming up. More for Ruth. Hopefully she's feeling better. Back at her some of these weekends coming up. She's right on that cusp of 1,000 subscriber milestone. So help her out, hook her up, check her out. And apparently, don't forget to show your friends over on Twitch some love. There's a couple people up over there. They've got the same streaming schedule. It's just on a different platform. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, so I want to thank everyone who's been watching my shorts lately. Oh yeah, sorry. To get back what I was saying with a Cali Brick Click earlier, they taught me a new method of how to get more views on my shorts, and I took their advice, and it's working much better. And also, I've been desperate to do that because of the way that a Chip Off the Old Block Toys challenged me to get to 600 subscribers before the end of January if everyone wants to see him build 8 daily bugles. So if you want to see Jeff build 8 daily bugles, and you are able to prove to me prove to me that you've helped the mayohosko channel gain more subscribers, and we're able to get to 600, there'll be some handsome compensation for those who are able to join my marketing department. And I know that we've already got some people that put out community posts or put out the word, or they spread the love on Instagram, or they're spreading the love on Twitch and other platforms, even on their live streams. We only need 11 more subscribers to go to get to. Oopsies, I'm bumping the table. I only need 11 more subscribers to go to build this bad boy.
I look forward to that.
Wow.
And Mark already knows that I'm building a set that also is in a yellow box. Not going to say which one, because that's exclusive information. And if you want to get that exclusive information and all the other benefits that are in the scroll bar at the bottom, you might want to consider pledging to me on Patreon to get all of that good stuff. And you'll help me go to Brick World Chicago 2023 if you use the Rakuten link. So of course, we had StreamYard. We also had John Sippler, Richard Cranium, Bunny Bricks, Makro Bricks, who was on the panel, R. Claxton, Taz, who was on the panel, Mum, Country Bricks Build Trays, Zitsu, Sultan Fuss, Big Nate Bricks, Ingrid Wynn, Johnny G, scrolling. Cooking Studio, Coconut Bricks Studios, and looks like that was everyone. So I will get back to doing the time-lapse build of my set in a yellow box. I've built the first 7 bags of that set, and it's a hot day, so I'll continue doing time-lapse builds of that set with the fan on. It's really hot today. Among doing all of that, I will start filming the Mayo City update for December 2022. So if you guys haven't already binge watched my Mayo City updates, there was a playlist on my channel for you to do so. If there's anything you've missed out on, you can find all of that stuff in that City update playlist. And the main thing for this month is those sig figs that I made a video about last week that I made myself. The main content of this month's City update will be where I have placed those sig figs in my city. And while Taz was doing your Twitch live stream, I think on either Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, I was busy doing stuff in the city. So stay tuned for that. All of my social media links are in the description. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll see you in the next short. I'll see you on the next live stream, which I've already talked about. My live stream will be 8 hours later than what it normally is next weekend, and I will also be doing a live stream the next day. So the best way to remember all of that stuff is just to ring the notification bell on those live streams. If you search by live streams on the mayohosko channel. So thanks Taz, thanks Makro for being on the panel, thanks everyone else for being in the chat. I'll see you in the next video. Let's roll the credits. I've got to turn off the music. And let's roll the credits. End live stream.